Hello, Soldierboy here, and welcome to the channel update for September to October. Now, September was the month we started back full time again after the summer holidays, and for those that aren't aware, school holidays we can't stream as we normally do, and this year we had a lack of episodic content due to excessive drowsiness and other issues. But I was pleasantly surprised. I'll talk about why I was pleasantly surprised in a minute, but for September, we finished Death Stranding 2 on the beach, really enjoyed the game, really followed on well from the first one. If there is a third, definitely want to play that too. It was really, really good. We continued Roadcraft and are still continuing it at the minute. We began and finished Assassin's Creed Shadows DLC Claws of Awaji in September. Thoroughly enjoyed the DLC. I'm into Assassin's Creed, I'm going to enjoy it, I think, no matter what. Episodically, we managed to get Far Cry New Dawn and SnowRunner back on the channel after struggling with episodic content in the last few months. Now, going forward to October, Roadcraft will continue, and we are doing the Assassin's Creed Shadows Platinum Trophy hunts. So we're looking to get that done in the next week or two streams a week kind of thing. Hopefully, it won't take too long. Roadcraft, obviously, we're on the final map currently, and we're looking to do the DLC afterwards, and then we've got decisions to make. Currently, my train of thought is if we can get Shadows Platinum done, we're going to begin Star Wars Outlaws' second DLC. Now, we've done the base game and the first DLC on the channel, and we were disappointed with the first DLC, but I want to see how the second DLC goes. Mainly because we've already paid for it as part of the season pass, and we bought the game for the channel. So I want to make most of it and actually do it, so we can say we've fully done it. We've got a full overview of what we think of the game, and give it that chance. The first DLC was boring and over very quickly. I'm hoping that isn't the same. So my thinking is once Shadows finishes and we've got the Platinum, unless any new content drops for it, we'll move on to the DLC to Star Wars Outlaws. Now, once we start the DLC, we will begin the vote for next main livestream game. The big game coming out in October is Ghost of Yotai. You guys have voted already for us to not do it on release. You want time to play it yourselves and enjoy the story without me ruining it. So because of that, we're going to delay that. But what I'm thinking is that will be part of the vote. That's probably the one guaranteed game on the upcoming vote. The reason for that is because it probably won't start whatever it is that wins until end of October, which is roughly a month after release. So we're kind of doing what we agreed to do. There's many other games to fit onto that vote. I don't know which ones we're going to pick yet. If you've got any suggestions, always open to new suggestions. We've got a very long list as it stands. New games to look at. Dying Light the Beast and Mafia 4, I think it's called. We've done the other games in them franchises on the channel, so maybe we should put one of them on. Red Dead Redemption 2's been asked quite a bit. We can also do the first one. Yeah, there's loads. We've got to sort that out. What I do try and do with the votes is make sure we have a range of games of different types as well. So it's not always the same kind of thing. So it kind of caters to most people as much as we can. Talking about the channel and catering to people. So I've had a look at the stats recently and pleasantly surprised, as I said, about the summer holidays. We had less subscriber loss than we normally do over the summer. And this summer was probably our worst for content, because we lost the episodic content because of the drowsiness I was having beforehand. So we couldn't keep up with it. We obviously didn't stream as much. But yeah, normally we lose a lot more subscribers. We didn't. Now, I'm not fussed about subscribers. It's a vanity project. It's not a big deal how many subscribers we have. So it's just a vanity thing. For anyone that thinks hundreds of thousands of subscribers means you're a social media superstar, it doesn't. It's a vanity project. The important thing is views. That's the thing that's really important, especially if you want to make money off social media. It's the views that matter. And our views were up for September, which for some holidays, which I was really impressed by. As I say, we lost less subscribers than normal, more views. We're starting to get back to what we were because we were picking up just before the summer holidays hit, and then we've kind of took a lull because of the summer holidays, and we're going back up again. We'll slowly get back to what we were, if not exceed that, hopefully. I'm never really that worried about the views. I know a lot of people say, you've only got 5 people watching your live stream, and it doesn't bother me. If we had no one watching, I would still be talking the way I talk, playing the way I play, explaining everything we're doing. I'd still be me. So it doesn't matter. That's the thing. I don't care how many people watch. I do it because it keeps me sane and because I enjoy it. That's the important part. What I have noticed looking at the numbers, though, we have 2 different audiences. We have an audience that watches the episodic content. We have an audience that watches the live streams, and very few, and I mean very few, watch both. It does allow us to cater to 2 different audiences. If you ask anyone that does social media, that's a bad thing. But actually, I think for us it works quite well because the episodic stuff is different to the live stream stuff. So I think it works quite well. It's a bit of a balancing act, but it does work quite well. The downside to that is obviously because of what we're struggling with at the minute, we are having to postpone things, not do things where we should be doing them, and there's nothing we can really do to stop that at the minute. The episodic content, we're still missing Wreckfest and the second game in the Metal Gear Solid series. Hopefully, we'll get that back on the channel shortly. It's really good to have Far Cry New Dawn and SnowRunner back. And then once Far Cry New Dawn's done, we do Far Cry 6, I think it is. And then we're done with the Far Cry franchise, and we'll make a decision on what's going to come next after that. But yeah, Wreckfest and Metal Gear Solid franchise, we do want that on back on the channel as soon as we can. It's just me. That's the problem. This falling asleep is still there. We had it in stream not too long ago. And you guys have been incredible about it. I always feel bad about either cancelling a stream because of a rough night or ending the stream early because I'm basically asleep, or not being able to get the content created for the episodic stuff because I'm asleep. And you guys have been incredible in the way you act and talk about it. So I want to say a massive thank you for that. It is really appreciated. I'm one of those people that likes to persevere, and sometimes it's not always the best way of dealing with things. And I've got a couple of things I'm dealing with at the minute. You know, we're still waiting for the final assessment for the spinal surgery for the CRPS. There's no guarantee we can have the surgery, but there's nerves around potentially not being allowed it, and then we're stuck. Or if we are allowed it, what that then entails, because it's spinal surgery and we're having an implant put into a spine. You know, it's one of those, and that's a bit of a worry. And I'm struggling with weight gain as well at the minute. And everyone says to me that you're going to gain weight. You're not active. You can't be active because of the injuries. That's not enough for me. I kind of want to get running. I want to be back to what I was, and I can't. And it's, in my head, I think I'm still trying to struggle with that kind of battle. I try not to let it affect the channel, but it is there. And that got me thinking the other day. And let me know in the comments what you think. But we've done the channel now for nearly 5 years. I talk about many different things on stream, not so much in the episodic stuff as it's more story based, but we do talk about what we can. Do we do, or should we do, a few videos? And I'm not saying every week, maybe once a month, on top of these videos. Something more personal, something me talking about stuff I've done in the past, or me as a person. You know, as a way to connect to you guys. Some of you guys know me personally. Most of you don't. Most of you met through the channel. And it's something I've been thinking about and just having an eye on whether it's something I want to do. Because obviously, that's me opening up about myself. And that's always daunting. But as I found since starting the channel with the injuries, it is very cathartic. It is very helpful to be able to talk about, you know, the pain I'm going through and that kind of stuff. It does help mentally. So let me know in the comments what you think. Is it a good idea? Should we not? Should we? Because I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. But yeah, so getting back to what we're going to be talking about. October, Roadcraft, Assassin's Creed Shadows Platinum, 20th Channel Platinum is the live streams, followed by Star Wars Outlaws and a vote. Episodically, Far Cry New Dawn will continue. SnowRunner will continue. SnowRunner's going to continue forever, admittedly. Wreckfest is hopefully going back in the next couple of weeks. We'll begin the second Metal Gear Solid game as well in the next couple of weeks as well. And I think that's it. Massive thank you to you guys. I really appreciate every view, every comment, every conversation in the live stream. It is massive and it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. And thank you all for a fantastic month. We've got a whole month of October to stream as much as we can. We do lose, I think, a week at the end of October half term. But we'll get to that when we get to it. I'm not worried. But a massive thank you, you guys. It is really appreciated for everything you guys do. And yeah, that's it. We'll see you in a live stream very soon.